Hey, what is going on, guys? Today I'm sharing with you 5 brand new Assetto Corsa track mods that you need to check out. We got some super cool stuff on today's list, from some historic circuits to some oval racing tracks and a couple kind of weird, interesting street tracks. Before we get into it though, I'd like to give a quick shout out to my second channel, JC Racing. If you want to see some broader sim racing content besides just Assetto Corsa mods, that will be your one-stop shop for. You can find it down in the top link in the description below. But without further ado, let's get right on to the first track mod on today's list. And this is the IndyCar Detroit Street Circuit. This is made by Kyle Bloyd over on Race Department, and this is the current Detroit GP racetrack. One of the very cool things about this track, or unique things, is that the pit lane is actually two-sided. I don't really know how to say it. It's got pits on either side of the road, since the space constraints in downtown Detroit. They don't have a huge amount of space for a super long pit lane, so they had to double it up, and it's a very, very unique track. A lot of 90-degree corners, almost pretty much exclusively 90-degree corners actually, but America's built on a grid system, so it's not very surprising. But overall, it puts on some decent racing. An IndyCar around a street track usually always produces. So if you're an IndyCar fan, you want to drive your RSS Formula Americas or VRC Formula NA, then this is going to be the place to do it. You can find it down in the top link in the description below. For all my Gran Turismo fans watching, this one is going to be familiar. This is Grand Valley Speedway. This is made by Lean Laurie, and it is a very cool fictional track, and of course it's from Gran Turismo. It's got a few layouts as well. It's got the full 4.9 kilometer layout, but it also does have an east layout and an inverted east layout, as well as a full layout in reverse. So whatever you really want to go for around here, you will be able to do with this thing. It is a very fast flowing circuit. It's got quite a bit of elevation change in certain spots, and overall it flows together pretty nicely. And being fictional, you expect that, because they don't have any constraints, of course, of real life. But overall, a very, very cool track. Very high quality as well. These Gran Turismo tracks can sometimes be hit or miss, but this one is very, very good. So I always like to cover these when they come out. You can find this one down in the link in the description below. Next up on the list, we head over to an oval, and one of actually probably the best here in Assetto Corsa, especially that's come out recently. This is Lucas Oil Indianapolis Raceway Park. If your series isn't big enough for the big Indianapolis oval, this is where you get sent. This 1.1 kilometer little oval. It's near the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, and it's where, especially this past weekend with NASCAR doing the Brickyard 400, this is where some of the lower tier series have gone. This is made by Shin. It's an R Factor 2 conversion, and it's actually pretty damn high quality. Another good thing is that the AI actually race pretty well around here, so if you do want to do some oval racing in Assetto Corsa, then this is definitely going to be the track to do it. And you can find this one down in the link in the description below. If you like oval racing, this is going to be a no-brainer to check out. We're throwing it back in time quite a bit for this next one. In fact, we're going back to that Ford versus Ferrari era, 1967. This is the 1967 version of Circuit de la Sarthe, or the 24 Hours of Le Mans circuit. And how you're seeing it here is also with a Climax F1 retexture. It looks very, very nice. The colors got tweaked, and overall all the textures have been upscaled, so it's looking very, very nice. And if you got some historic cars, especially some GT40s to go around here, then you're going to be having a great time. The AI are not so bad as well, so definitely a fun track to do some racing on. Or there are some historic leagues running around in Assetto Corsa, so if you need to pick this one up for it, there is your chance to do so with the Climax F1 skin as well on Race Department. But you can find the track itself down in the link in the description below. The final track on today's list is the Rabaring. This is once again made by Shin. It's an R Factor 1 conversion. Still looks pretty damn decent though. And this is just a very, very weird track. this is definitely going to be one that you're doing in more road cars, and you're doing it just to mess around. It's 6.4 kilometers long as well. It's got quite a few long straights. It's got some very tight uphill sections where you got to make a hard left to get back onto the road, and the car can go flying sometimes if you're going quick. It's a very, very interesting track, but it's pretty high quality. And if you are also looking for a more like rural road atmosphere, you might be able to get it out of this one if you're doing some screenshots or something like that. So definitely a very interesting track mod, very interesting layout, and if this looks appealing to you, I definitely recommend you check it out. And for being an R Factor conversion, it's definitely not bad looking either. You can find this one down in the link in the description below. But yeah, that's all I have for you guys today. If you did enjoy this video, a like and a sub would mean a lot. Once again, be sure to check out my second channel, JC Racing. It'll be the top link in the description. But yeah, thank you for watching, and I will see you all in the next one. Have a good one, guys.